All right, welcome back to the channel. So, Deontay Wilder is a huge hurdle to the Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight, despite Bob Arum's delusional statements to the contrary. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back. So, here we are, still doing it, still acting as if an Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury fight is going to happen anytime soon. The person that is now making believe, well, I guess he's always been making believe in this regard ever since Tyson Fury tried to back out of the Deontay Wilder fight, is Bob Arum, the owner of Top Rank Promotions. He was interviewed after the fights that took place this week. Very good fights where Richard Comey won, Jared Anderson fought, loved the card, loved the fights. But Bob Arum giving an interview to, I do believe, Fight Hub after that was just like, man, come on, man. At a certain point in time, man, you can't continually pull the wool over people's eyes, all right? First of all, he said this. He says that there's only a handful of issues remaining, right? But that to make the fight between Anthony Joshua, who's the WBA champion, the IBF champion, and the WBO champion, and Tyson Fury, who is at halftime of a 2-fight deal he signed. Let me repeat it. He's at halftime. I know that's a football metaphor or a football phrase, but he's at halftime of a 2-fight deal that Bob Arum signed, that Tyson Fury signed, that Deontay Wilder signed, right? That ESPN was part of negotiating, of Fox Sports was part of promoting and financing. Somehow, because Tyson Fury gets insulted because he got caught cheating, he wants to run up out of it, and the whole boxing world is supposed to act like that's about to take place. It's not. Like Mutombo, no. And why do I say no? For a very obvious reason. There is a dispute resolution clause in the contract that Bob Arum signed, that Top Rank signed, Bob Arum signed, more than likely Frank Warren signed as well, and Tyson Fury. They agreed to it, and they are currently going through it. My understanding, and I've been away for a few days, 5-6 days, so maybe there's something that wasn't brought to my attention, but I don't think so. What I think is that they're still in mediation. Mediation has this purpose: to work out an acceptable resolution between the two parties. Deontay Wilder, from what I understand, still wants that fight. Since he still wants that fight, and they're still in arbitration, Tyson Fury can't do anything else. But let's assume that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder cannot come to an agreement. Then they go into what is called arbitration. Seeing as Bob Arum is a Harvard-trained lawyer and he has a damn dictionary, I'm sure he's worth $300 million. With $300 million, you can find a dictionary and a Black's Law dictionary too. Not even the Webster's. Go to Black's Law Dictionary and they will tell you what an arbitration process is, just in case he forgot it in the 50-odd years since he's practiced, right? Arbitration means that the judge makes the decision. Since I have not heard of a judge saying Tyson Fury's cleared to fight, because if they had said that, that is what Bob Arum would tell you. He would say, oh, there aren't any hurdles. The judge, the arbitrator, said we're scot-free. We get to do whatever it is that we want to do, and we can go on about our business. Right? Have you seen that on Boxing Scene? No. Have you seen that on Fight Hype? No. Have you seen it on ESPN? No. Have you heard Sky Sports or IFL TV tell you that? No and no. So why do y'all keep acting like this Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight is something that's real? No clue. Second thing Bob Arum said that I gotta address before I get back to the point. He said that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury needs to happen because it's the biggest fight in heavyweight boxing since Ali Frazier. Senility is setting in, I do believe. Have you ever heard of a man named Mike Tyson? I have. Have you ever heard of a man named Evander Holyfield? I have. Last time I checked, the biggest heavyweight fight since Ali Frazier, there was Ali Foreman too, wasn't there? Oh yeah, that too. Sorry. I forgot that damn near every fight Muhammad Ali fought is bigger than Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury. Every fight he fought after that was bigger than that. But let's just go to Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. That is the biggest fight that I can remember in the heavyweight division since Muhammad Ali retired. Bigger than any fight Anthony Joshua's had, bigger than any fight Tyson Fury had, and bigger than any fight the two of them can have. In fact, I doubt if Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury, if it takes place in the UK, would be bigger than Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder in the United States. And why do you say that, Martin? Why do you say that, Martin? Well, Martin says that because Martin can do math. And Martin knows that the ticket prices suck in the UK and they're under a pandemic. Also, their pay-per-views aren't that, they 1/3 the cost. No, it's not going to be bigger than Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua in the United States. You want to know why? Because they could have that fight in Texas on pay-per-view in the United States. Same thing for Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury. And that's just a fact. That's math. That's math. The biggest fights that took place in 2020 were in the United States. And it included Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence Jr., Gervonta Tank Davis. Bigger than every fight they had in the UK. Bigger than every one of them. Bigger than Anthony Joshua versus Pulev. Why? Because of the math. Because of the ticket prices and the pay-per-view. Just what it is. So why would he say that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua is bigger? Maybe because he's trying to get Tyson Fury out of that fight. Because if Tyson Fury has to live up to his agreement, that means Tyson Fury has to give Deontay Wilder, at the very least, a fair fight. Something that he has yet to do ever. Didn't give Vladimir Klitschko a fair fight. He tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs after the Christian Hammer fight. Didn't give Christian Hammer a fair fight because he cheated him tried to cheat him with gloves, and definitely cheated him with steroids. Just what it is. But anyway, I just wanted to jump out here again and remind people, stop listening to Bob, because Bob is full of it. Just what it is. Bob's full of it, and Bob knows it. Bob to say there's only a handful of issues. It only takes one issue to kill it, and that issue is Deontay Wilder. And it is what it is. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know yours. And with that, I'm out. Peace.